800 likes for the birds and the bees. Before I introduce you to our friend Matt in the next clip, let me give you some very simple advice. Never open a door to strangers at night. And when you want to throw out, make sure you do it in the wash basin, not in the toilet. Now let's talk about Matt. Matt is a man who has a girlfriend, so we know we are dealing with a lost man. One night, while he was watching his security camera, he noticed a guy with a trash bag in his hand outside his house. For some reason, Matt was scared of him, as if he has never seen a garbage man before in his life. But this garbage man left the bag and immediately ran into Matt's house, knocking on his door aggressively. Now if you're like me you will also be scared. But let me calm you down, just let me grab the lotion while you take off your pants and feel comfortable. I had this accident before. It does look scary from the security camera perspective, and the aggressive knocking may also sound like someone is attacking your property. But it's actually diarrhea. Yes, folks, that's what we do when nature calls and diarrhea kicks in. We find the closest house and we try to break in just to use the bathroom. But Matto took it too far after the incident. He called his girlfriend and she ghosted him. But at the end of the day, he begged her to play the Ouija board with him, and so they did. But you can see she wasn't so nice to him during the Ouija session. She even walked on him before saying goodbye, which resulted in poltergeist activity. Like banging on the walls, which could be his girlfriend. You just have to check all the rooms to make sure. The curtains moving, the pants falling. I mean, the paintings falling. His budget gaming keyboard on the floor. His chairs are going 30 miles per hour. And one last thing. I don't know what accent this man has, but the way he says house and out, it just makes me laugh so loud my neighbor called the police on me. He did that for one other reason.
There's literally somebody outside, like, dragging a bag at my work. No, sorry, I'm just recording in case something happens. I can't see his face. Where's he going? He's literally running down to the door. He's coming up to the door right now. Is he? Oh my God! He's outside the door. He's outside the door right now. No, there's nowhere to hide in here. It's just this one room. The door is locked, but... Oh my fuck. He's like behind the building now. I don't, can you just get here, please, really? So me and my girlfriend were messing around with the Ouija board. It spelled out the word car, and I instantly thought about my Randonaut videos. We stopped playing after that because it kind of started to freak us out a little bit. Our fingers are barely on it. It literally just spelled out car.
I'm not doing this anymore.
Just later that night at around like 4 a.m., I got woken up by something really, really loud in the next room. It is literally like 4 a.m. And I just got woken up by the loudest like crashing noise in my other room. Dude, what? What the f***? My chair, my paintings, my keyboard, what? Okay, no. I'm starting to think whatever was at those Randonaut locations followed me home. I'm pretty sure my house is 100% haunted. People were telling me that me and my girlfriend didn't close the Ouija board properly in my last video, and that we basically invited spirits into my house. We did say goodbye to the board, but at this point we already had our hands off once, and apparently you can't take your hands off until the board says goodbye back to you. We tried to use the board again to see if we could properly close the session, but we weren't able to contact anyone, and the piece never moved. And then yesterday, this happened. Okay, something just knocked over my chair again. I'm honestly getting sick and tired. What? Hello? Is there anybody here? If you're here, do something. No. I've had a lot of people reach out to me and try and give me tips on how to deal with the ghost. And I just want to give a big thank you because some of the things are helping. I did sage my house, and when the ghost is present, I'm trying to be as fearless as I can and tell the ghost to get out. The past couple days, a lot less things are happening, which is good. Normally, like 10 or more things happen every day, so there's a lot that happens off camera. But this clip here is one of the 2 things that happened yesterday, and that number's way lower than it used to be. I was just chilling, and this light just knocked over, just randomly. Are you still here? Do something if you're still here. Get out of my house, please. You are not welcome here. Get out of my house. Get out.
His girlfriend tried to fix things after by retrying to close the game, and things didn't work for them. But let's imagine it was the guy who walked out before closing the game. He would be accused of domestic violence. Let me ask you this very challenging, life-changing question. Do you like the 80s and the early 90s? Well, if you do so, then you're very much like me. Who knows? We could also be from the same family. But does my question relate to the next video by any means? And did Johnny V mean to do what he did to his own sister and accuse his cousin of doing it? Or was the story fabricated? The next video comes from that era. Not from Johnny V's era, but somewhere between the 80s and early 90s. Here is a very old footage talking about a ghost caught moving around the Twister's restaurant in Williams, Arizona. The video is so old, in fact I couldn't even understand half of what they were saying. I just went to a doctor to check my ears, and he apologized to me and said, "I'm not an actual doctor, I just wanted to live up to the dreams I had when I was a child and pretend to be a doctor." I was in shock and asked him, "But what about my ears? What did you do to them?" He answered saying, "What you should be more worried about is your virginity, because when I drugged you, I did that to fulfill another childhood dream, which is doing what my parents used to do at night thinking I was asleep." Now let's get back to the video. I told you everything except the plot behind this haunting. It's all about one employee who felt very happy one day he took his own life inside one of the restaurant's rooms.
An intruder tripped their security alarm. But after seeing their surveillance video, they say something creepier was caught on tape. A white translucent image moving around a Williams restaurant in the middle of the night. Some say it's a ghost, but it's the legend behind the restaurant that may be even more haunting. Here's Tyler Baldwin.
How are you gentlemen? Good. How you doing? Good. Get you something to drink. Strawberry milkshake.
Twister's is known for its 1950s style fun, great milkshakes and food. It sits on historic Route 66, and people come from all over to snap a picture of the old Crown Victoria that sits out front. But it's these unexplainable pictures caught on the restaurant surveillance cameras that has people scratching their heads.
And it was just an anomaly. I really don't know how to explain it.
It gave you goosebumps. Didn't expect to see anything at all.
It basically started out as a white cloud, kind of translucent in nature. And as it continued, it took on more of a human-type form.
The white cloud forms in what used to be an old gas station room built back in 1926.
What I had been told is back in the 1950s, when this was still a Texaco gas station, is that one of the proprietors that owned this building at one point had committed suicide, self-inflicted gunshot wound, and happened to be right here in this small room, and it happened to be right there in the corner where the milkshake machine is.
So the question remains, could these images be the ghosts of the old gas station owner?
You often feel like someone's watching you. My wife's scared to death to come down here anytime, day or night, by herself.
Who knows? Maybe there are ghosts and spirits out there. You never know. But whatever it is, customer Ralph Glassel thinks it deserves a name.
Maybe if it's a girl ghost, I'd give it Annette for Annette Funicello, and if the guy ghost, maybe Frankie for Frankie Avalon.
Like, how can you work in such a place, back in an era where things were way much more beautiful and simple, and then commit suicide? What a waste. After I featured him for the first time, I felt like someone who was just left by his toxic girlfriend. He loves her so much and can't stand her behavior, but he is too stupid to have a personality and end the relationship. Here is Mike, who challenges himself to investigate the most haunted places in the world alone, and today, he challenges himself to investigate the Villisca Axe murder house. Mike decided he won't drop the ball and will keep investigating until the last breath. But he ended up dropping his balls and transforming from Mike the Explorer to Mickey the Mouse. Let's just give some depth to this whole experience. Do you know why they named this house after an axe murderer? Because he was so handsome. A family who lived in this house were murdered by a guy whom I'm about to watch the video again so I can remember his name. Oh, turned out the guy is still anonymous to this day. Then let me name him William, since he did just what William Afton did in Five Nights at Freddy's. He used the axe to chop these some mother lovers. There's 6 members living in that house, with 2 extra just for the record. The 2 extras were guests who just happened to visit the family that day, and what a coincidence. William was bored that day and decided to commit a crime. Now here comes Mike, who thinks he is smart enough to solve the mystery. Mike entered the place as a man, and honestly, I can't even decide what he left it as, but definitely not like when he entered it. He had to witness some voices and creaking sounds. But that wasn't the worst part. He had to go upstairs to the children's room, only to be reminded of his childhood, so much that the closet door opened for him, so he could play hide-and-seek with the spirits. On his way upstairs to the children's room, he was warmly welcomed by a ball that made his balls shrink to the size of 2 cherries. The worst part is yet to come. When Mike manned up and confronted the ghost with an axe, that was when Mimu realized how stupid he had become, so he put it aside. Seconds later, the axe fell, and Mike flipped into your favorite Disney character.
Josiah. Sarah. Who murdered you? Say his name for the world to know. This person doesn't deserve to get away with this. What they did was horrible, and I am so sorry what happened to all of you. I think I might have just heard something. If you don't want to do that, you could tap on something. Yeah, like that. Oh. Okay. I got a feeling I'm really communicating with you now. I'm so sorry what happened. I imagine that was scary. Is there anybody down in this cellar? Hey, axe murderer. Are you down here? This seems like a place fitting for you. Whoa. That was up there. That was like a creek. Freaked out more. That's like a creak in the floorboard. What? Oh my God. That sounded like children. What is that? Oh my God! Oh my God! That freaking ball! Dude, it just freaking... It rolled down the stairs. How the fuck would that have happened? I'm coming in. If you don't mind me visiting. Can someone make a noise? Oh! No. I'm not running this time. I am not running this time. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to scare you guys. God dang. Look. That door's open. Look. Oh my God. Herman, did you open this? Or someone? Oh, Jesus. God. Would you like to shut the door? Who's in here? Okay. Herman? Whoa! Oh my God! The door just opened! And it was blinking! The EMF was blinking! Holy shit! That was so freaking cool! Also, it turned out really weird. Whoa! What the f***? What was with that picture? Oh my God! It's back to normal. What the freak? Look at those pictures again. What the hell? They're all dark and there's like this, I don't even know how to describe it. There's like this, that almost looks like blood. Oh my God. I just uncovered your mirror. What you gonna do? Okay, just as I thought. That came from in there. That was like a low sound. Do something else. Come on, I know you can do better than that. Okay. I've got a really bad feeling about this. Every part of my body is telling me not to go in there. But I have to. You killed an entire family with this. And the fact that you are here and you're not burning in hell at the moment is a... I'm literally holding an axe to a ghost. What the fuck am I doing? Oh, what the f***? Oh my God. Dude, it just rattled my chair. Like I feel like I was just creeped out just not even a few moments ago. And now it's like starting to go away. I've got a bad feeling something's not right in here. Holy shit!
You know what I like about Mike? No, it's not the size of his genitalia, but rather the size of his heart. How gay for that to come from me. But in all seriousness, I like solo investigators way more. Here is a very healthy American family with a lot of milk and bacon on the table. Red skins and blonde hair. Sounds very racist so far. They just need a black neighbor and you know where it goes from here. Let's start with the first clip. While a very cute little girl was using her very expensive MacBook that her father bought for her mediocre school score, I'm already feeling jealous. Here comes her daddy to give her the most useless advice: don't stay up late and go to bed to take a rest. Things are going cheesy so far. He went to take a shower, and just seconds after that, and to spice things up so the scenario doesn't get any more boring, 2 chairs tried to close on her. How rude. But she walked away and called for her father before these 2 did anything to her. Chair rape, it would be called. On a different clip, while the dog was dogging around, like any stupid dog would do, these fellas didn't like his presence, so they threw a cup on him. They knew he was a pussy and wouldn't even dare to bark. And in the last clip, the dad, the girl, and her brother all went upstairs after hearing a noise. They might have brought the mother with them, I'm not sure. You can look it up on Wikipedia if you want. They say you can find everything there. Anyway, they found nothing, all until one door closed by itself. The dad ran right towards it like an American hero, crashed it down to see who was messing with the family, and then they called it a day.
Well, we just heard a noise from downstairs. It sounded like footsteps. It came from the back of the house, and we know we're the only people in the house. There's no one else here.
I'm gonna stay here.
Huh?
I'm gonna stay here. It's too scary.
Alright.
I'm gonna stay.
Didn't come from this area of the house, but it sounded like footsteps. Fuck. Jesus Christ. The door just closed.
Was there someone in? Did you see anyone?
No.
Richard, be careful.
Guys, is there anyone in here?
I don't think so.
No one behind the door.
Hello? Hello? Marino? Hello?
There's no one in here.
That's creepy. Hello?
The door is really stiff on the carpet.
So we can't close so well, so how can it close?
There's no window open. Ethan, move, open the curtains.
It's really dusty. Nothing. It's really dusty.
Yeah, I don't know. Let's get out of here, guys. Come on.
Yeah, quick.
Guys, go on. Go on.
Let's give me the heebie-jeebies.
Go on.
Come on, Daddy.
I like how calm that girl reacted to the activity. Like if that happened to me at her age, I would not only call my father, I would call my mother, my brothers, my entire family, the neighbors, and the police. And I might also call the army, all after I have already colorized the floor with my feces. Here comes the lamest video on the list. There is no moms wearing black dresses and standing like a statue or anything like that. But there is a dog who is acting awkwardly. Or maybe he is acting normally. Honestly, I had no experience with dogs. I had a cat. So I don't know how dogs would behave. I thought I may be able to understand their language after I got bitten by one when I was a kid, but I actually became more provocative to them. Have you watched The Shining movie? Well, if you did, then you know the role of Jack Nicholson in that movie, and you know exactly how he sounds like. The great news is that even if you don't know how he was acting, here is a chance for you to experience him. The bad news is that he isn't in the next clip. But I have you a very perfect replica of him. I told you this was going to be a lame clip.
Come on. Come on.
What do you see? Did you see some ghost in here? Huh? Did you see a ghost? Did you see a ghost, Annie? Come on. Why are you acting like that? Huh? Why are you acting like that? What's that? What's going on? What's that noise? What do you see? Come on. Come on. Annie. Come on. What do you see? You see something in the hallway? You see something in here? Is the ghost in the hallway again? Come on. Come on, you love to go in this hallway. Come on. Come on. Annie. What are you afraid of? Come on. What do you see? You see something right there? Right there by the bathroom? Come on. What is it? What is it? You saw something. You saw something, didn't you? You saw something in the bathroom. Ooh, you're backing up. Come on. Don't be afraid. Come on. Tell that ghost to show his face. Where is that ghost? Huh? Where's that ghost? Come on. Come on, you love to run up and down this hallway. Why all of a sudden you're scared of this hallway? Come on.
I think if this dog is behaving like that, it has nothing to do with paranormal activities. Buddy, you have to look in the mirror and talk to yourself for a bit. Listen to how you sound like. Ask yourself, am I normal? Am I subscribed to Spicy Horror? And will I click on the next video that will appear on my screen at any second? 'Cause it's a really good one.